Well, we all know what people do, but exactly why they do it can be a bit of a mystery. Human motivation, let's face it, is kind of a dark riddle. And especially when the human is Frank Lloyd Wright, the legendary architect who was such a towering figure in his field that in 1991, the American Institute of Architects named Frank Lloyd Wright the greatest American architect of all time. So Mr. Wright was officially the GOAT of his discipline. And he also had a kind of famously idiosyncratic, rather sardonic personality, and he could unleash a rather salty wit on occasion, as you're about to find out. We take the example of the time Yale University invited Mr. Wright to campus to give some guest lectures. I think it was 1949, not sure, but he certainly did lecture at Yale that year. And he accepted the invitation and sent word ahead that he would like to stay at one particular college at Yale he called Bristol College. I'm making that name up. It's really a pseudonym to protect the innocent. You see, Yale divides their undergraduate population into colleges, groups of a few hundred students to kind of keep the scale down a little bit. And there are 14 of them now. Back then there were fewer, but the same principle applies. So Frank Lloyd Wright sets it up to go to Bristol College. And after he gets settled with his wife in the guest suite, they put on a big reception that night at Bristol for him to welcome Mr. Wright to campus. Now there's hundreds and hundreds of undergraduate students there. There's professors of architecture. There's anyone else who could wangle an invitation. And as the reception was in progress and everyone was having a good time partying, the master of Bristol College took Frank Lloyd Wright aside and said, "I have a question, Mr. Wright. Please tell me. We're all very humbled and flattered that you chose Bristol as the place you wanted to live when you were here. But I just wanted to know, what was it about us that made you single out Bristol as the place you wanted to be lodged?" And Wright said, "Well, this way, I won't have to look at it."